Hey, 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 welcome back to the Juice Bar. Today we're looking at SLMs and LLMs. And no, we're not talking about SNL. So I think most people know what an LLM is. It stands for Large Language Model. And I like to think of it as like an ocean, right? So you've got this expansive body of water. It touches multiple countries, multiple properties. It has all kinds of different residents and different forms of life. It's got some trash in there. You can't control access to it. Everyone can reach it, right? So the ocean is maybe the world's first LLM, although we're taking out the learning out of it, the language part out of it. But it's right, that represents that. And so what it's really good at is very complex and multifaceted type operations. So it could be using words to do analysis and give output and then create an image, right? So a large language model is going to create um, just all kinds of complex generative content. Whereas by comparison or contrast is the SLM, right? And so the SLM is like your little fishbowl that is contained, it's portable, and it has very few residents or very few individuals that are injecting knowledge or exposing the model to various pieces of data. So the training and the learning is very, very specific and specialized. So it's going to be really good for short form, mobile assistance, personal assistance, anything that's local or domain specific. One example that I saw recently was a financial coach who had created a model that contained only what they could know about its own data. So it fed it all of their content, fed it all of their curriculum, and it created a kind of an extension of themselves based on only the content that they were able to provide, right? So only their goldfish knowledge. Another really good example that I just had. Oh man. Okay, well, I had a really good example that just came to me and it has slipped my mind. So don't be perimenopausal because that happens. And yes, I just said that. Okay, well, we are going to move on here. So some examples of ways that you might use either one, right? So um, first, let's cover first too some of the challenges. So if we're thinking about a large language model, um, because it has so many connection points, the power, the processing capacity, it's going to eat up um, a lot of resources. And it's going to be complex. It's going to be prone to giving bad data because it's exposed to um, multiple inputs training it. So that's kind of what you're going to run into with an LLM model. But as you can see, this is as an example, the ChatGPT. It's running on the cloud, so it requires internet. It can write code. It's very complex, right? And so kind of like this picture. I mean, I don't want to harp the point. I think it drives itself home, but you've got multiple organisms, multiple inputs, and a lot of really, really interesting data. Whereas your Gemma model might be something that doesn't require internet access. It can run locally, but it's also not engaging and interacting. So it's going to be great for simpler tasks and more shorter answers and more specialized or focused, we'll call it. And it's of course going to have a limited reasoning ability. And I was still holding out hope that I would recall that example because it was so good. But anyways, there you go. Today's episode is short and sweet. What are our LLM and SLM models and why does it matter? So Have a fantastic day, and we look forward to chatting soon. Bye-bye. Oh, it came to me. So, another really, really great example is if you think about an organization where how much time does every employee spend looking for, searching for, and calling up various bits of data that it needs to know about an organization? So, it could be that you are looking for HR paperwork to request your vacation day. It could be that you are looking for the approved NDA to submit. It could be that you are looking for some sort of access to branded letterhead. So, right, so you as an individual, or you within a company, or you as a company might be wasting a lot of time having employees look for data. So this is maybe not an ideal application or AI use case for a very, very small organization. But if you are a distributed, multiple offices across multiple continents, um, you could save your employees an awful lot of time by building an SLM that contains all but only your unique company documentation, and simply use it as a search, to call up, or a directory, right, to call up anything that somebody's looking for. So that actually is a really interesting SLM application that I'd been thinking about, and I thought it was really kind of cool. So if you want to dive deeper into that, I'd love to set up a call. We could brainstorm how you could build that for your organization. So feel free to reach out on that. Have a great day, and thanks for visiting. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.